Welcome back to the chat right here on Channel One TV with me, Kokum. And if you see me rocking something green, yes, thank you very much to Kama Clothing for giving me this beautiful shirt to actually rock and look all blossoming. Yeah, I'm blossoming this evening. Thank you very much. But yes, today we're having a beautiful conversation because next week we are getting to know our Artist of the Year. So we want to know the PR game that is going on in pushing for one act to win. Are we undermining each other? Are we actually pushing it? Are we making it too dirty for the industry? I mean, it looks like around this time, everybody, all guns blazing, everybody is going on full attack to actually undermine the work of each other. Can we actually praise each other as we also forge forward in our music industry? And today, I have three gentlemen to help me, run this conversation today. And then they are going to actually dissect and open everything up for us to know how to actually do this PR game very well and be very respectful about it. Let me start from Zoom because he's joining us all the way from the UK. George Britton. Actually, George Britton is the reason why we are having this conversation because he put up a post, I think a few weeks ago regarding this. So hi George, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. How's it going?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm a sign and a wonder. I think last week we were supposed to have this conversation, but then we couldn't have this conversation because a few hitches here and there. But it's good to have you on today. I hope everything is going on well.
We're doing very well, my brother. Everything is going on.
By the way, I'm not supposed to ask this or that, but I'll do it anyway. How's wifey doing?
Fortunately for us, everybody's fine. She's fine. Baby girl is fine.
Beautiful.
Everyone is fine. Yeah.
Esther regards to her.
All right, shall we, sir?
And then also in studio, I have Edem Mensah Totome, who is an entertainment journalist. Edem is always busy.
Yeah, man.
How you doing?
Charlie, I'm doing well.
Ricky's even laughing.
I'm not touch your post, Charlie. How you could do?
Yeah, but it looks like you're always busy.
At times it's the demands of the job.
It's the demands of the job.
As I did here, if somebody sent me an invitation, Charlie, wahala, At times I ask KOD, Charlie, how you do it?
How you do it, man?
Everybody wants you somewhere.
Yeah.
It's really demanding.
Yeah. But I hope everything is going on well.
By the grace, yeah.
Nice. And it looks like you've been busy because ever since the change of government happened, you've been very, very busy.
Oh, as journalists, we will certainly be busy, especially when there are a lot of activities within the space.
Yeah.
We have our beat. So we have to report on what is happening.
Yeah. Everybody's looking forward to your green letter, by the way.
Oh, I beg.
Why, you don't get green letter?
Oh, I beg. The share finished. I'm not part, so I don't do the campaign side. So Charlie,
you go come.
No contribution, no chop.
Good. And also I have Ricky Tennyson, who is a music executive who is now becoming or has become a regular on the show. It looks like you enjoy being here.
No, this is home.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. But how are you doing? How's the weekend been?
I'm very well. I'm very well like George. When you saw George, George was looking very blossomy.
Yeah.
And he was licking his lips a lot too as well. All the way from the UK. Your mind for day, bro. Your mind for day, yeah.
Yeah, but last week there was a few things that happened, so you also couldn't be on the rain and all of that. But it's good to have you here, actually. Let's start from here because earlier this week or in the middle of the week, we launched this whole Black Star experience that we've been talking about, and Edem Mensah Totome was there. So Edem, can you just run us through this whole Black Star experience? Invitation in the money train kakra. Oh, sure. Why? Arsenal so loose. It's why
Charlie.
Betpreneurs for
Arsenal the
Arsenal loose. It's why I sure. I don't know if George is an Arsenal fan.
No, Chelsea fan.
George is a Chelsea fan. Oh, okay.
It is stress.
So in the blink that. But Ricky, what was your team?
Oh, Top United.
Top United.
Charlie,
I have three people who are stressed in the industry on my show. Anyway, we take it like that. But yeah, there are still the Black Star experience.
Yeah, I think this it was an amazing launch. Mm-hmm. If you look at, from the whole setup and the kind of speeches we had, and at the end of the day, after the whole thing, the
euphoria,
the messages, the conversations after the whole thing looks promising. But I just want to believe that it will not rest there, because when the president was swearing in the minister, Honorable Ablaji Fagomashi, one of the KPIs he gave the minister was the Black Stars experience. And it was in his 120 days social contract with the people. And it tells you, he was also at the launch. It tells you how crucial this is to him as a legacy. And I really want to see this happen. Because if you look at the whole, idea of the Black Stars experience, it's revolving around the nation branding. We know countries who have done this nation branding. South Africa has done Brand South Africa, and they are still pushing that agenda. There is the Estonia, Malaysia,
magical Kenya.
Different countries,
Tanzania.
And people too have researched in certain things where you will not see, or they will not come out to say, but it will manifest. Germany has done that in automobile. Other countries, UK, football, among education. So normally nation branding, what you do is you try to create a unique image, or you create a unique appeal for people to have that kind of. Anytime your name comes to mind, they can have that feeling. So when you talk about America, people will talk about their Hollywood. So there are the positive reputations which comes around the nation. So I am happy. We have a lot of them over the years, but I am happy that there is a conscious effort to be able to champion that agenda, so that we will be able to further harness those things we have. Nation brandings have what we call the economic and social cultural importance, because there is that economic impact. When your nation is known for a certain positive reputation, it invites investors, attracts investors, attracts tourists, talent, trade, and so many things. So that importance is enormous. So as a country, we need to ensure that we'll be able to harness it. And if you look at, I've had the privilege of being in a meeting where the proponents of the Black Stars experience shared their research, and clearly you see that it is really thought out, where they looked at about 20 nation-branded countries and how they went about their nation branding and find a way to incorporate that into the country. And as part of their benchmarking, they want to, in the few years, be amongst such nations. And
that's great.
The pillar or the pinnacle of the whole thing is that they are amplifying or creating. So what it means is that the existing programs, they are going to amplify them. And those that does not exist, they will create.
All right.
And as part of that, August is going to be the Ghana Music Week, and in August they're going to have beach parties and carnivals across the regions, among other things.
I really love these things, right? When they are being.
Then there is the fashion week, and among so many, and all of these are bedrock on 7 pillars. From the cuisine, heritage, literature, cinema, our sound, aesthetic style, among other things. So, we just.
No. I was coming to that.
So
because I'm excited about the level of knowledge he has about this particular project. Because as he mentioned, he's not even a part of it. He was only invited. But for him to have been able to properly understand and soak it to this level, it'd be great. And I know him. He's not too much of a political person where I would talk, say, he has a side or something, or he has an interest. But this is someone that was, invited based on his stake or his role in industry. And for him to have understood it this deep, it speaks volumes. It tells you how far the project will go. And lastly, for me, I'm also excited because I happen to know a few people who are working behind the scenes on the project. Aside Rex, Marco Rex Omar, who is actually the leader. He's been able to find ways to recruit key industry stakeholders, someone like Rudy Kwachi. Rudy is also a part of it.
I'm excited because concerts, massive concerts are coming back.
And Rudy again, Rudy is not too much of a party person.
Yeah.
You know, so for them to have gone out of their way to recruit someone like Rudy, I know Jesse Japan as well. Edward, I know, you know, all of these people. For me to have found some of these people in, it tells me that, look, this is not just an issue of job for the boys, but actually job for the country. And I'm pretty much very, very excited about it, and I'm looking forward to how far it will go, because like you said, the introduction is always it's always hopeful.
Yeah, but the work.
And there's something the president said. I just want to believe that it will not be a political talk, but it will manifest, because he said that over the years, he has been president before, he's been vice president before. He said over the years, the creative and the tourism sector has been underinvested, which is very true. But that should change, and he wants to start now.
All right.
And he wants to open the door, and we should make sure that when he opens it, nobody comes to close it.
All right. Now let me just pick George's also thoughts on this, because I mean it looks like it's exciting for everybody. Investment coming for the creative space. We'll be calling for this for the longest time. How does this make you feel as somebody who is also into, I mean, the creative space, but also invested into the tourism space as well? Because you, I mean, create travel experiences for people as well. So how exciting is this news for you as well? I mean, as somebody invested in that space.
Well, it's exciting, especially knowing what I know about what was launched. I think I was privy to some of the activities even before it came out. So it's really exciting because, like Adam said, the main aim is to sell Ghana, the brand Ghana to the rest of the world. And looking at the people involved, looking at the people involved here, they will tell you. I've had conversations even ahead of time. But what we can also do to contribute from this side of the world. So at the end of the day, it's one goal that we are all trying to achieve to market Ghana, market Ghana so we can get more investors in the country.
All right. Thank you very, very much.
Not just the not just the creative industry as well. But we are looking at every aspect or every sector in Ghana that we can bring people from the diaspora, to Ghana. So it's something that I know Rex Omar, being the head of the organization, is really, 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 he means what he's doing. If you have conversations with him, you can tell that he really wants to see this, come to light. And fortunately for them, it's with the support of the number one gentleman of the land. So yeah, it's good. I think it's just a beautiful initiative. The launch was beautiful, but I hope it wouldn't just, stop at the launch. But the dreams, the vision will be achieved.
Yeah. And I really like how we've all agreed, I mean, unanimously, that it shouldn't just end at the launch, but then beyond the launch, we should see something beautiful, something massive happening as well. But let's get into our conversation for this week, or for today. We are in the final week of the TGMAs. I think voting will be ending very, very soon. Artists, or the leading artists for the Artist of the Year, all decided to employ PRs to actually, push their bid for the Artist of the Year. But it looks like it got to a point, it got a bit murky, because of the whole...
Murky.
Oh,
sorry.
We got here.
Because of the whole, it is... this one didn't do anything. What at all did you do? You've not done anything. You have not done anything. My artist has done this. What are the shows that you played? The shows you played were back behind, or some village shows you played. I played international shows, all of these things. And then also, George Britton, you actually posted something that sparked this whole conversation. And I want to read this to the hearing of a good number of people as well. Last week I read it on the show, but we couldn't get into the conversation. Now, on the 18th of April, George Britton posted on his Facebook, and he has a very old picture. Which year did you take this picture, actually, George Britton?
Not the old guy. Let me ask you.
That was Sarkodie, yeah?
Yeah, the one with Sarkodie. Have you seen this picture?
This be back in 1930 something.
Yeah, I think this should be 2010 or somewhere. I'm sure 2010, between 2010 to 2012, thereabouts. Yes.
All right. So he has an old picture of himself as Sarkodie, and on there he said, how are artists align themselves to public ridicule just for the sake of Ghana Music Awards? I was under the impression that the public, board, and academy were responsible for voting for the hardest working artist of the year. So where is this PR banter that belittles the efforts of others coming from? Now, let me start with you, George. What was your observation that actually got you to push or, post something like this on your Facebook wall? What did you observe that resulted in this post?
I think what I observed was the truth being told in daylight, you know? This is showbiz. There are some things we keep it on the carpet. We don't bring them out. Again, it's good for every musician or artist or any creative to have a PR whose role is to project the activities or the doings of this talent. The problem I have with this, especially three, I don't know where this came in, but the problem I have with these three is the fact that you have to put one down before you climb up, which I think is not right. Now listen, beyond the awards, these same words that they said are going to be used against the same artist. Sally came out to say, Sally's not one of them, but the things she came out to say about Paluta was really, damning. Aside him, I think Philly has also come out to say stuff about Stoneboy retrogressing and this and that. If Stoneboy come, it's really going to hurt me because we are putting in work, and when I hear stuff like this, it really, really hurts. I think so far I've not really seen. No, don't let me mention it. But at the end of the day, I think it was just about attacking. You can come out and project the, like I said, the activities of the artists. It will be well received, all right? But coming to let others know that this person hasn't done it, this person's retrogressing, this person has no impact, this person has Mind you, everybody that was nominated in the category has done something worth being there.
Yeah.
Every one of them has put in work. I think when there were some nominees, I had to do a research to find out what he actually did the year because it wasn't in my face. So clearly, it is not just about putting one down, but it's about projecting, giving us projections of what your talent has done. And it was really bad to hear stuff that we were saying against that. That's not what we want. We want the world to know that, hey, Stoneboy has done A, B, C, and D. King Paluta has done A, B, C, and D. What's his name? Promise has done this, and this is what we want to hear. Promise has played shows in the Asia, he has done this, so that people who don't know get to know that, and per this submission, they are going to vote for this artist.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, a Stoneboy PR will come and attack a Promise PR will come and attack a Stoneboy, then attack Paluta, and it becomes very murky, like you said, again, and it's not good for our industry. We just want to project. And the sad thing here is that it makes the other categories look like it's not important.
Yeah.
If I'm a new artist of the year, and because I don't have the PR or I don't have somebody to come and make my competitors look dirty, it doesn't look good. It doesn't really look good. So that was what I witnessed, and I felt like somebody needs to speak, and I used the platform of Facebook.
Yeah, and today we are here having a conversation about it. So thank you very much for actually pushing something for us to have a conversation about. Adam, I'll come to you. What has also been your observation of this whole PR season that we are in? Because it looks like all these guys go to sleep so after 10th of May. So let's say 11th of May. All of them will go to sleep until next year, April. Then they are all employed, and then they are. But what has been your observation of this whole PR game? Because I think it started about, 3 years ago. That's when this whole PR thing has been in our faces.
I think it's more of a spokesperson thing because PR goes beyond just speaking for artists, it's more of a spokesperson thing where they are trying to communicate the works the artists have done over the period. And at times it get heated because if you want to look at the issue of PR, it goes beyond just speaking for the artists, there is the media relations, stakeholder relations, and the base of PR is stakeholder relations, and the artist has so many publics. From promoters to corporate institutions to
the audience, the followers,
the various followers, and different publics. So, PR manages those relationships, and I mean with the corporate institutions, with promoters, and so that work is very elaborate. And you come to the media relations where they are, getting the artists covered by the media through press releases, interviews, among other, sports interviews, among other things, So this is more of, a spokesperson
role.
kind of role they are taking, because that is what I see. But when it comes to, the communication bits, at times, we are human. It can get heated, and it may not be planned, but emotions can come at play, especially when there is contest. Everybody wants to win the contest, and clearly, articulating your arguments, you may use certain words which may not sit well with the others, and also thinking that they are watching me and they will say that I've allowed my artists be run down.
Yeah.
They also try to also come hard to be able to show that, okay, I stood up at the person. And for me, I think that it's more of the spokesperson. They need to be measured in whatever they do, because don't forget that now the artists have endorsed you. So it means that, in that there's that brand association, which means that there's transfer, equity, anything you do. You see, when they say Stonebwoy's PR, Kim Promise's PR, Kim Palute's PR. So it means if you are doing things which are not in line, because all of them, we know what their brand values and other things are, missions and the tone of their brand, we know. So if you do something contrary to those aspects of their brand, it means you are not representing them well. If you do those things, they go out of the equity. People will say like, this is not how Kim Promise behaves. This is not how Stonebwoy behaves. And if you are not careful, you rather, you have to bridge. If you want to do PR, you have to bridge. In as much as you are buffering, as you are protecting the brand, you are protecting the reputation, which is the essence of PR, buffering and bridging. You don't need to buffer too much. If you buffer too much, you forget to bridge. And that is where your public will have issue with you. So as they are buffering, protecting the image and reputation of the artists, they shouldn't forget the bridging, because the bridging is what can also win you live. It is what can also conscientize people. Oh, Charlie, this is cool. Let me fall in love. So as they are doing the work, they need to ensure that they do the balancing, so that it wouldn't be because I'm supporting artist A, I have to disrespect the other, because that can even make you lose some lovers. You understand? So me, I wouldn't apportion the blame too much to the artists, because they think that they are bringing them in their fold to be able to project their work. But they also have a certain sense of responsibility to ensure that they protect and also, show respect to others, to be able to, better showcase what the artists really stand for.
All right. Now, you were saying you do not have a problem, or you wouldn't lay the blame on the artist, but then the artists are the ones that employed these people. So for me, one of the things I keep asking is this: is it even necessary that we are in this? We only employ these guys, or these guys break onto the scene just when it is Artist of the Year season? Ricky, is it even necessary? Looking at all of this, because at the end of the day, I keep asking myself, how much votes do they even add to
they
this
won the
whole
award. They won the award.
So a lot. For me, this is very important. And it's unfortunate I wasn't on social media then. I would have given it to George very well, because I don't know when we got here. Look, we need.
You'd have given it to George, like
I would have blasted him under that comment, under his post. Like I would have, because I don't know. I disagree with him totally. Absolutely, that's what I mean.
Okay.
That it's more like less like a spark. This particular activity is like a spark. Last year it happened. I don't know why he didn't comment about it. Look, this is Stonebwoy, who stood on stage last year in his acceptance speech, brought portfolio on, and his words were, thank you, Ghana. This actually happened because of this gentleman. This is somebody who defended the truth, spoke the truth to the whole of Ghana. He came all the way from Kumasi. This is Stonebwoy endorsing, one, the role of portfolio, coming out, standing on his grounds, and he broke down the reason why Stonebwoy deserved it ahead of King Promise. Even with all the numbers that King Promise was bringing, this gentleman was able to also properly defend and stand his ground and let everybody know. And that particular activity or that particular role he played influenced board members and academy members. For fans will always be fans, so that's fine. But some of these key metrics and these key insights influence the board, because sometimes it's not all the board members who follow some of these activities. So some of these insights are supposed to bring people's attention to make it look like, yo, as a board member, as an academy member, because some of the academy members are all the way in Cape Coast, are all the way in the northern region, and they don't really know much about what's happening. So these insights open up their eyes to realize that, oh, yo, Promise was here, this person was here, this person did this song was here.
Shouldn't they do their research?
Who?
The board. I mean, if you say a board member,
no, it goes beyond. That's what I mean.
The
job is the job of the, because you see, the board member, 80% of the time,
not your spokesperson.
Yes, they are not there. Look, I'm only going to vote for Edem or George based on popularity, because I feel like, oh, in that
then we have a problem.
Good, and that is why these people are supposed to cure that problem. Because it's not the job of the board. It's not the job of the board members to go around and go and find all the shows that King Promise has performed. You won't even know. How will you know?
No, but you
how
should
will
do
you know
your
the back
research.
end? How? Where? Do you know King Promise back end data? You know, go know until the PR comes to open it up. Because I'm representing the artist, I'm able to give that information to them to say, look, this be my back end. So when that Stonebwoy guy goes sit on radio, when that King Promise guy and King Paluta guy dey on radio and they talk, say, I am the most streamed artist and this. How best can that board member prove himself? He doesn't know it. So I will now give this data to this guy and say, look, go and prove them wrong. And so look, it happens everywhere. And for me, I'm excited about this.
Okay.
Because look, in every in every activity where there's competition, you will get these kind of things. Everything. A whole Grammy. Kanye West went up on stage after they had given the award. He go the stage top, go blast the Grammy organizers that look, Beyonce deserved it ahead of Bex. Beyonce deserved it. Don Jazzy has done it. Don Jazzy and Olamide for Leo Kesh and Ricardo Banks 2015 Headies. It's happened. Shatta Wale has come out openly to be disappointed in the VGMEs for giving an award to what do they call them? Kaki.
No, but I feel like
okay. You still let me break it down.
Okay.
At those times, the artists were fronting the whole award. They needed it most. They were very invested and committed to the awards.
Great.
So if Medical go talk for himself and say, yo, you cheat me, you do this. Medical may not be able to attack his artist because of relationship or politics.
Yes.
In this case, I'm just a PR. I'm representing my artist. Me and you no get any issues. Like politics. When Sammy Jeffy can sit on stage or on TV, if they fire you and they tell you, say you build 3 houses. If I don't come to tell them, say, forget this guy, in 3 houses won't be anything. They build 10 houses. And these are my facts and this and this. And look, once there are 2 people involved arguing over a particular trophy, definitely, you know, go can't sit there and talk, say, oh, yeah, this guy won't be, it be true. And because I respect him, it be true. I no go say any, you they lie. You will push him to tell him that, look, you're lying. I've done more than this. I've done more than that. And he did.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that George wants us to wait for the wrong award to be given to somebody before we go on social media and start bash people.
No, but you see, now,
give me an example, and even with George, how does he want them to, if you are a spokesperson or a PR of an artist, defending the artist to win an award, and you are sitting right next to Edem, see the statistics he bring on the Black Star Experience. If me, I did on the other side and I know say he lie, you they expect me to make us sit down and talk, say, oh yeah, it's a bright future.
It's a contest.
It's a contest.
Wait. I really want to pick George's thoughts on this. George, so what is happening here is this. It is about running down the other person.
It will obviously happen, bro.
But because that is where...
No, if King Paluta comes and says that I have played 100,000 shows in Ghana.
Yeah.
And you, they sit there, you know, say, yo, this nigga, they lie. 100,000 shows now. Who can
check your words,
sorry. The 100,000 shows now. Who can
I can see that you're heated.
Yeah, no, this thing, like this 100,000 shows you are talking about. It includes. And them in wife in house party, and them in daughter in house party, and them in.
But they are all performances.
So now I'll prove to you that you've played 100,000 shows. I've played 100 shows, but my 100 shows are bigger than yours because I'm standing on the Grammy stage. I'm standing on here. So
the
obviously
audience,
we go have
the
that
quality
banter.
of audience.
Anyway, George, I mean, I wanted to come in here because I don't know if we've lost George, guys. Let me know if we've lost George. But anyway.
It's absolute balderdash, bro. The direction, it be bogus, it be rubbish. George they talk. Yeah, because look, this is actually
Your own party way,
now for Blaster. This is the great excitement. Look, today we are talking of artist of the everybody they scramble for artist of the year.
Yeah.
Mainly because of this particular debate that's going on. Bro, it's happening to Kiddy and Dinah Hamilton. Because there were no spokespersons, there were no no representatives. The votes and a few things happened, and Dinah won. But look, on paper, on records, and again, I may not even know. Maybe Dinah had more metrics or more data or more numbers than Kiddy. But because in our ears, we're hearing, I go see you with enjoyment. So we think that the data was speaking for this thing. But if someone was representing Dinah, speaking for Dinah, standing in and all of that, you know what he would have done?
No, but you see, one thing that where I depart from you, right? I really appreciate all your points, but where I depart from you is, why is somebody who has been employed as a board member, as an academy member, is waiting for that PR guy to come and sit down and say, Ricky played 100 shows, before the board member will say, oh, okay. Whereas we are thinking that the board member should have their own data, have their own.
Who will give them that data, bro?
No, but
Every man must have data.
What I'm saying is, you have
with
to
the
do
data
your
now.
research.
Where? But you see, mind you, unless we have this conversation well, but the board member, sorry, bro, you come in 1 minute. Adiana, what is the expectation of the academy members so much that you want them to go and do a whole year research on over their artists that have been nominated? Is that what you are saying to me?
No,
because aside the artist, no, look, mind you, aside the artist of the year,
yes,
there are several other categories.
Yeah.
So you want us to do research on all of these things before I go and choose that I want.
They are not paid.
Or academy.
Yeah, no, they are just giving. Yeah, I actually say pay. Yeah,
yeah.
like some allowances.
Some
make it just go sit down and spend a whole year on each and every artist. Over 100 and something artists are nominated every year, and you want every artist to go, like every academy member, to go and sit down and do research. But then
again, Adam. Yeah. So I am a board member, right? Somebody has come to sit down and say, "Oh, Stonebwoy played." Okay, I think we have George Britton back, so I think I want to pick George Britton's thoughts on all that Ricky has said. Your friend Ricky is saying he disagrees with you because this has been
his
going on.
His post was balderdash, Adam. His post was rubbish.
I know Ricky missed me. Okay, so this is it, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Probably Ricky got me wrong.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying here is that it is not about engaging PR. It's perfect. We all want to do that. Because I prefer somebody speaking, on behalf of the artist or projecting the artist in any way. Fine enough. Last year, Portfolio did it, and they did an amazing job. Unfortunately for King Promise last year, he didn't really have somebody speaking for him. There were a lot of people on social media, acting as fans and putting out his numbers. But unfortunately, he didn't get a PR to put his stuff out. This year, he has advised himself to engage Tilly, Stonebwoy as what's her name, Vida, has engaged Vida. Same way Paluta has engaged, what's his name?
Portfolio.
Portfolio.
Look at same one at home.
George, only facts.
Oh, George, what facts? Relax. I don't know if we can still hear. We can hear George. We've lost George there. We've lost him there. I think George, if you can hear me, please just check your sound. Your sound went off at a point in time.
George bribe you.
You see,
you're interested in George's comments.
No,
too much. George bribe you. No.
George, you are man. I don't think.
You are
man. Maybe after the show, maybe I will get Bobo Kring. But Adam, I mean, like I'm saying, I have a problem with waiting for a PR guy to come and tell me what an artist has done. Because then again, what if it is all about, okay, he has played 200 shows, but then they are not able to show me the spots of shows.
I mean, this is the point.
Yeah.
The academy board member or whatever could have information they have acquired to be able to assess who they should vote for. However, the artist also has a responsibility to influence that, because I mean, one of the advantages of one of the importance of PR is to change perceptions. So the artist may decide, and that is not the doing of the board member or the academy. The artist may decide that, yes, I suspect that these people have a certain fact, but I want to change their perception. So they employ the services of the person to go with certain information and present it in a way that it can convince a board member or academy member and the general public to change their voting dynamics. So I mean, that is in the responsibility of the artist to be able to help shape public opinion. And you know, when it comes to public opinion, there are elements which help form public opinion. Opinion leaders, I mean the media, I mean all
social
of these are very, very important. So I mean, they use the media, the PR people, and you know, they are using people who are opinion leaders in a way,
opinionated people
in the media space, to use the media to, I mean, shape the narrative. So I think that it's rather good on their part to be able to use those tactics to achieve their goal.
All right, but now let's look at the aftermath of this, because George was making a very strong point. So, Ricky, for my Momo to be able to land, let me go back to George for George to finish his.
I will don't charm if you.
All right, George. So, I mean, if you can conclude on your point for us before we go, because now I want us to move on to look at the aftermath of this. Because yes, awards are done, but then, like George was saying, what's the aftermath? You know, have we also looked at the damage that we are doing to each other using the words and all of that? All right. So you, George, Ricky, you hold your horses.
Okay. All right. Okay. So can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Good. So I think Ricky especially is not getting what I mean. It is very fine for every artist to get a PR. I mean, it shouldn't just wait for the awards. It could have been done earlier, but it's okay. It's good for the awards. Oh no. Okay. So awards for their works to be projected. Now, what I'm saying here is that you can hire a PR. Let's go back to last year when Portfolio was engaged by Stone and all these people. He came out clearly, not fighting or not attacking King Promise.
It was. I won't let you land. He was fine. Go and watch all the videos that he did, George. He was.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, I probably didn't say it. But what I'm saying is the reason why this year is more dirty, let me put it that way, is because maybe girls are involved and they are too emotional. Now, why do you think people came out to say, what's her name, Tilly should go back and apologize to Stonebwoy after some submissions she made? It is not wrong coming out to project King Promise and telling us what King Promise has done over the year. This is beautiful. It is not wrong for Vida to also come out and say the same thing. But you see, if you get so emotional, and we know our artists, what Tilly, I think they had a conversation or a banter on one, I think the Slim's platform
Slim is watching.
Yeah. And I know Stonebwoy very well. And the things that Tilly said, my brother was start looking at Tilly in a different way.
And he been problem.
Understand?
Stonebwoy problem.
What I'm saying here is that, Ricky, she could have come out beautiful to say, hey, King Promise has done A, B, C, D, maybe more than Stonebwoy, maybe more than Paluta. She's done this, she's done that, he's done this, he's done that. And I believe that because of the things he has been able to achieve or done in the year under review, he deserves to be awarded. You get me? But I don't ridicule somebody's works just to make me look good. Because you see, unfortunately for us, we should also understand the system that we're in. A lot of people hold a lot of things at heart. Okay, after all the insults and all these things are coming up, let's leave the insult to the fans. But we as PR and professionals, or spokespeople, as my brother said, let's have a way to speak and project what these guys have done. If Ricky will come out on the 1st of December, on the 1st of January to come and tell us everything that happened in the year, last year. Does he have to come and insult people to get his content to trend? No.
No.
So we are not comfortable when artists are attacking artists. So what we are saying is that as a PR, come out and listen, tell us all the beautiful things your artist did, rather than letting Paluta look certain way because he's not well branded in your eyes. So it's not about letting other guys look bad in the eyes of the voter, but projecting your own. Last year was beautiful. Maybe last year, let me tell you, the reason why Ricky is saying he attacked and all that. Listen, I know Ricky himself was behind a promise and all these people.
How was I behind promise?
It was.
Then I'm sure you were behind Stonebwoy too then. And with that being said,
no. I have to. No, I wasn't.
Because if you listen to his presentation, his concern is more of how Stonebwoy will feel. He's not speaking for how Kim Paluta will feel because let's be honest, Vida has also gone hard.
Yeah, no, but
they've all gone hard, but he's worried about how Stonebwoy will feel. So it means that he also has a certain
Ricky, not Stonebwoy.
Yeah, affinity for Stonebwoy, and that's what you are doing too.
All right, George, can you wrap it up?
Ricky, not Stonebwoy, not anyone here. I think in all the conversation that they've had, the one who is heavily dented is Paluta, not even Stonebwoy. Because the things that I've heard about Paluta in the last month is very damning. So it's not about Stonebwoy. What I'm saying here is that let's come out and project our people. At the end of the day, these awards are going to pass. You get me?
Yeah.
These awards are going to pass. So when they pass and I pick my, I go online and see, oh, Stonebwoy actually did this. I saw the awards. This guy is really working hard. And the young talents are going to see him and see that, okay, this boy, Mandem is working. So I need to learn one or two from them. Not just him, Stonebwoy, what's it called? KP, K-Promise, all these guys are working hard. So let's find a way and project them positively. I do not vote for the negativity and all these things. Yeah, in myself, by the end of the day, it is going to give you that dent to your brand that you might not appreciate.
All right.
So yeah, that was my case. It wasn't about getting PR or getting any spokesperson. Yeah.
All right. Now we are looking at post this, right? Post the whole awards, post the events and everything. People have used words like, your artist is not on the international level. Your artist is retrogressing. Your artist has not played on these stages and everything. Are we not harming the brands, looking at how they are going to work with other brands post this awards?
You see, that is why you have the opportunity to prove yourself. Because one, I don't see how that is an insult. If I say Edem is retrogressing, and I'm giving you data to say that, look, last year, Edem was almost on every show. Edem was working for these number of brands. This year, Edem, per my facts or per the assessment I have, I've realized that Edem is doing less activities for more brands than he was doing last year. I have every right to say Edem is retrogressing, and it's not an insult. It is rather a wake-up call to Edem to go like, yo, yeah, it be true. I didn't even realize this. I didn't even notice that last year I worked for 20 brands. This is me going to do research to come and debate you. Mind you, that activity that happened was a debate. It happens with the creative arts. There's been a creative arts debate where Sadiq was there, Marco Krekumante and other people. It is a debate, and if it is a debate, I am finding facts for myself and facts that will go against you. That is a proper debater, for somebody who debates well. Mind you, aside the PR, if Tilly is speaking just for Kim Promise, she has how she speaks. Let's be very honest, all of them going on various platforms to speak on behalf of their artists, they have how they speak. Those particular moments came up when the debate was held. Let's be very honest. It happened, and that was because it was a debate. You cannot go into a debate, with a weak soul.
But Ricky, you can debate without insults.
I'm saying it's retrogressing an insult because show me, I'm not sure any of them said, Wabodam, Uncle School. No, all of them were only using industry, like, their industry, activities.
Okay,
that you are retrogressing. Where he said that, look, in the previous years, you had X number of nominations, you had X number of streams, and this particular year, or in the last 3 years, we've realized that your numbers are dwindling from A to G. Those retrogressing is not. If you say King Promise hasn't performed on bigger stages, and you can prove that, look, Stonebwoy has performed here, Grammy, BET, this, King Promise, you haven't been there before, so Stonebwoy is a bigger artist than you. How is that an insult, bro? If you say King Paluta, you've only been performing to Ghanaian fans, and truly, out of the 3 artists, King Promise has been to various continents, Stonebwoy has been to various continents, and King Paluta, you haven't been there. How is that an insult, bro? How? I don't get the argument.
Anyway, I feel you on that, and I really appreciate you on that. But Adam, I'll come to you. I mean, where do we go from here? Should this be the norm, that every time, I mean, the awards are around, we get PRs to make our bid for us, or we should make it a part of the industry where anything that anybody does, I mean, the PR must be there to actually loud it for everybody?
I mean, when it comes to the issue of the PR, I mean, now PR has become like the order of the day, that every institution is, I mean, looking for services of PR because of the role they play. PR is a management function. It goes beyond just speaking, and you need to be part of the process, know what is happening, so that you can be able to project or present it well. So I will urge them that these people should be attached to the artists, and they should help in ensuring that things the artists are embarking on are projected to the public. You know, there are ways they can use to be able to ensure that they manage the stakeholders well, so that the things the artists have done will be able to project them. By doing so, it makes their work even easier when it gets to the award. So the artists shouldn't wait to get to the award. They can make them part, so that in the award season, it is intensified. You understand? I mean, doing that will also go a long way to help the artists, because they have to do a lot of media relations among others for them. So, I mean, they need to find a way to ensure they are tooled well to be able to project their brand, build their reputation, build a network, and be able to manage the various publics they have for them.
Bro, lastly, let me give you one before we go to George.
Okay.
The importance of it, and even you speaking about the academy members having to do research. Look, in doing research, one of the things on Boomplay, you can go on Boomplay and realize that King Promise's numbers are very, 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 very bad there. If you go as an academy member, you go and feel or think that, King Promise, their Boomplay, nobody listens to him and all of that. But it took Tilly to give that insight, to explain that, look, King Promise has pulled down, all Sony music artists have pulled down. So if you look for Olive the Boy, King Madi, Davido, King Promise, their content on those platforms are not good because the platform doesn't pay them well. So they've taken down all their content from the platform.
All right.
So if you don't know that,
a PR person to actually unveil information like this to you. All right. Thank you very much. Now, I mean, your final words, George, before we go, because I mean, my directors and my producers are all in my ears.
Yes.
But I mean, your final words before we go.
Time is up. What I'm saying here is that let's engage the service of these people.
Yeah.
You know, like Adam said, let them be part of our team so that they know what we are doing. We shouldn't wait for awards, you know, just to come out and fight at each other and then go drop them off afterwards. It will be great for Tilly to join King Promise's tour or whatever he's doing. Same way Paluta and all these guys. So let's build a community like this where artists have got good representations. You know, people that speak for them, people that project the things they do, and then I think it will be a plus for all of us. So hey, shout out to my brothers in the studio. Shout out to everyone that's watching, in Ghana and around the world. We are cool. I'm for peace, you know. That's
I knew George would go there. I knew George would go there.
I would like to urge the general public, those with telecell, to dial 1767 and vote for Empress Gifty. E3 for Best Gospel Artist and M2 for Best Traditional Gospel Song of the Year. And also, if you don't have telecell, you can go on www.GhanaMusicAwards.com and vote for Empress Gifty. I mean, she is one of the artists in the gospel space who did the most in the year under review. I mean, performing at the 13th
No,
All
no,
African
case study.
13 All African Games final, performing at the Otumfo's 100 years anniversary celebration. They were singing all the big events in this country.
All right.
I mean, she was on, and she deserves to be the best gospel artist and also win the best traditional gospel song with Watch Me.
I now understand why he was being very.
We'll
go for a quick break. George, you said what?
Yeah. So please also log on to GhanaMusicAwards.com and vote for Camilo as the. What's his name?
It's okay. Who are you voting for?
Oh no.
You don't get anybody.
You get.
We'll go for a quick break. When we return, Olive the boy is on. Stay right with me. We'll be right back.